So in the last episode, I showed you how we can access a specific data using the result object, but it's not a good practice to access data using its index and array. There is another way that we can do it using SQL itself. So how can we do that? Here I'm gonna come and type is select all from a user, and here is the where class scheme to help us. So what is where is used for? Where is going to search for all data in database and return the values or some specific data or condition that we type after the where, and it's going to return data according to that. Here I'm going to come and say where ID is equal to 1. If I explain it once more, here we're selecting all the data from the user, but where its ID is equal to the 1, and this is going to only return the values which are the rows which its ID is 1. Now, if I save it and go here and run this node application, say node index.js, here we get two rows which its ID are 1 and 1. I know that may someone says that it's not true, and ID shouldn't be repeated or duplicated. I know that. Calm down. I just want to show you how we can use where. So, and there is another way. Here we also can search according to a string. So how can we do that? So for example, if you remember, we had a column called name, and we wanted to search according to the first name. So here you have to pass single or double quotation, where we can pass a single or double quotation. If you started writing your SQL with the double quotation, here you have to pass single quotation. But if you started this using the single quotation, here you have to pass double quotation. So remember that. And here we wanted to search for some data for the first name, where its first name is equal to Doreen. Now if I save it and come here, run this node application again, here in the console we get two rows with its first name is Rain and Rain. So there is another issue which is called wildcard. What is wildcard is using for? So let me give you an example. You want to search for those names which it's a star with R or which are a star with A. How can we do that? Here is that the wildcard came to help us. So I'm gonna come here and get over of this assignment operator, and after that we're gonna say where first name, and after that put the like keyword, where replace of the ID, or where here we're gonna pass the not replace with, here we're gonna pass the like, and what is going to return for us. Here we wanted to say search for those names which are started with R. How can we tell that how it is started? After the character that you want it to be searched, pass the percentage symbol. Now if I save it and run this node application again, here in the console we get two rows, which is ID first name, which is Rain, and as you see this is a star with R and also R. If I came here, for example, pass A, save it and run this node application again, here again we get Alex and Alex. One of the most common ways that websites are going to be hacked is SQL injection. How can we prevent SQL injection in our website if we are going to create a website? There is a function called mysql escape. So how can we do that? Let me get over of this, and here we're gonna say where ID is equal, and here I'm gonna open up this, and inside this we're gonna type something. So for example, here I passed the ID. Assume that we are getting this ID using a form that user sent to us, and may our user be a few skillet and type some codes. If you know that if I pass some codes that it's a search for some specific data, here is going to return that. and we don't want that happen to our database. So how can we prevent that? Here is that we can use a function. So I'm going to come here and say mysql, and after that point out to escape method. So what escape method is going to do for us is going to just uh, see it like characters, and it's not going to be run in our application. So here pass ID, it's going to search for those ID which are 1 and run this node application. And again, here we get two values with the ID of 1 and 1, two rows with the ID of 1 and 1. So this was from this where class, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.